it's me again. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet a coaster using cross stitch. If you know how to double crochet, then learning cross stitch should be a no-brainer. For the materials, we need yarn, size G hook, blunt needle, and a pair of scissors. So we'll start with tying a knot and then chain 18. Row 1. Single crochet in second chain from hook. So 1, 2, single crochet there. Then single crochet in each stitch across. So for this row, there should be 17 stitches. And this is how the row looks like. Row 2, chain 2, turn, double crochet in the first stitch here. So this is the first stitch, double crochet. Skip next stitch. So this is the next stitch, skip that one, go to the next one and do a double crochet. Now we go back a stitch back and do a double crochet on the skipped stitch like this. And we made a cross stitch. Continue the pattern, skip, go to the next stitch, double crochet, go back a stitch, and double crochet on that stitch. So insert hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and another cross stitch. So just continue the pattern across. Skip and double crochet and double crochet on the skipped stitch. Skip and double crochet again and double crochet on the skipped stitch. Skip and double crochet again and double crochet on the skipped stitch. And the last pattern repeat, skip and double crochet and double crochet on the skip stitch. Now we are left with 2 stitches. Just double crochet on both of the stitches. So these are the cross stitches. So we are left with the last 2 stitches, double crochet on the last 2 stitches. 1 double crochet and another double crochet. And that's the end of row 2, and that's how it looks like. Row 3, chain 1, turn, and just single crochet in each stitch across. And same with row 1, we should have 17 stitches on this row. And this is how it looks like. So continue the pattern. Repeat rows 2 and 3 4 more times. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I have 5 rows of cross stitches. This is now how the piece looks like. And now we're ready for the border. So we will start with the left side. Turn your piece this way and slip stitch on the double crochet, what I call the double crochet head. So that hole there is the double crochet head. Slip stitch on the double crochet post and chain 2. Slip stitch on the single crochet post right there and slip stitch on the double crochet head. Chain 2. So continue the pattern, slip stitch again on the double crochet post, another slip stitch on the single crochet post, chain 2. So the pattern is slip stitch, chain 2. So continue the pattern across, chain 2, slip stitch, slip stitch, and chain 2. Slip stitch, slip stitch, and chain 2. Slip stitch again, slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch, and then we are now here in the corner. So just chain 2 and slip stitch on the same stitch. So kind of emphasize the corner this way if stitching on the same stitch. So just continue with the pattern, slip stitch again on the next side, another slip stitch, and chain 2. Slip stitch, chain 2, all the way across to the other side of the row. So when I reach the corner again, slip stitch, chain 2, and slip stitch on the same stitch. Emphasize the corner again. Then continue on to the next side with slip stitch, slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch, slip stitch, chain 2, and continue the pattern across the row. So we're hitting the corner again. So we're hitting the corner again. So slip stitch, chain 2, and slip stitch on the same stitch. So that's how it looks like. Now we'll continue the pattern of slip stitch on the last side. So slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch, and chain 2. So we are finally here at the last corner. So continue the pattern, slip stitch, chain 2, and slip stitch, and I hit the corner without completing the pattern, so I just slip 2 chains and slip stitch on the same corner, and I ended it with a slip stitch on the first slip stitch of the first side and fasten off. And this is now how the piece looks like. So weave ends and we're done.